So what I wanted to do is Deepa came to me to help me plan her finances for her son. I have about 50 to 60 clients whose children have various disabilities. Because my parents went through it, I'm severely dyslexic. So if I have got here, then lot of kids can get to a lot of places. Now, why is he special? He is the first known person to be diagnosed with autism. Before that, if you have any questions, I'll take.
Any chance to get a pension, monthly pension for the child?
That
from
bond தான்
NPS
only
and
way because
PF.
PF என்ன பண்ணும் அது போய் கொடுத்துட்டு உங்களுக்கு monthly payout கொடுக்கும். This bond will be structured to give you monthly payout.
Okay.
Monthly, quarterly, annually, whichever you want.
Bonds are inflation resistant?
No. அதுதான் இதுல பியூட்டியே. Some of it will have one feature, some of it will have some other feature. So you need somebody to keep working on it all the time.
Especially when you are a single parent and assuming that you are in a nuclear family, that you do not trust your immediate relatives. So in the situation where we are moving towards a planning where a trust gets involved.
Irrespective of whether you trust your brother, sister, or your other child, or whether it is different. Because nothing in this life is certain. Anything can happen. I can walk down the road. When I'm crossing the road, something can hit me. So the trust is permanent, is for everybody. What you write in the trust changes according to the people.
Will there be any oversight of that, like especially if in your demise abroad?
The whole thing, the trust, that is why you are part of that is what you should see that movie for. The community is what will give you the support. The exact question you asked is why you should see the movie I showed you first. It's a live example of what happened to somebody who lived 90 years. And there is no way if your child is going to be 90, you are not going to be around. So that's what that story is. That story answers your question. That's why I put Donald in the first place.
Try and do a little bit more. So see, you're creating the trust as a legal entity in which all your assets will be placed to take care of your child, right? And then you need somebody who is competent and interested in actually doing the work to make sure that when the money comes from the assets, it goes to your child, that your child is looked after, make sure that the child is given whatever he or she needs, etc. Right? So who is this person? As long as the parents are there, parents will do that job, right? Now, this is where I think the word trust becomes important. You need to find somebody you can trust who will do that job, right? So as Anand sir says, one option he's been suggesting to me when I've been earlier resisting, which is to say, SCAN as a group of parents, as a registered body and group of parents, will have one seat on the board of trustees, right? So there'll be a representative from SCAN, and it could be any of us who are representing on somebody else's. Huh?
The board of SCAN will choose who to
Will
put
choose,
in.
yes. The trustees of SCAN, the board of SCAN can choose and say, so and so will be for, so we can say that, oh, for Sahana's trust, we will ask Vani to be the trustee. Vani is okay. So she'll be the trustee.
She'll be the
representing
whistleblower.
SCAN. See, just like on company boards,
You have an
you will have a
external
nominee from LIC or from somebody else who has given money or so on. There'll be like that. SCAN will have a nominee. So hopefully you are trusting that SCAN and the person who represents on behalf of SCAN will do a good job, right? Similarly,
The only
you will have to
reason
have
why
one or
I
two
say
others.
SCAN is because the person from SCAN who is sitting there will also have a child. And so,
there is yes,
so he will be more interested.
absolutely.
If I don't do a good job,
Somebody else will be, yeah. The second thing is that, of course, having the organization have a representative is that suppose Vani says, now I'm tired, I've done this for 5 years, can somebody else take over?
then you will learn.
We can have somebody else come in and take over the same seat. That is the thing of having an organization. There are also professional organizations who offer to do this. There are some professional trustee organizations. Of course, they charge. And of course, they will charge a lot more than whatever Vani will charge or whatever SCAN will charge, because as he
SCAN
said,
has to charge something
they have
because
charged
SCAN has
something
to.
because there is some expenses, there is some...
The
thing
SCAN
which
has
is
to
there.
survive.
SCAN has
SCAN's
to survive.
corpus is also important. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Absolutely. But when the professional trustees may charge a lot. So it depends on our own financial situation.
Always
our own
go for
situation of-
something like SCAN and not professional trustee because in your case, it's a special child.
Yeah.
And SCAN will have a empathy which a professional trustee will not have an empathy.
So some relative is very good or very close friends. And important that the trustee is of your child's generation,
Yeah,
not of our generation.
that is most important.
If we put our siblings as trustees, as he said, when Donald Trump was 89 years old, his parents were not there, parents' siblings also are not there. So there is no point in putting our siblings.
And it was his nephew who took care of it.
Nephew who takes care. So
Who
you
be
need
prepared.
somebody who is the next generation. The thing is that today you may think that my brother or sister's children are, very young and foolish and because they are 20 years old or 25 years old. And your child is 15 years old. But those 25-year-olds tomorrow will become hopefully responsible and take care of their cousin. So the way to start is to say, okay, I'll start with us, parents as the trustee, maybe along with a sibling. But knowing fully well in 5-10 years, we have to shift. As our child grows older and goes into 20s and 30s, it is better to have their age group as the trustee. It is not easy. It is not easy because you have to work. They have to be understanding. They have to be accepting. They have to be resident in India, because you can't have a trustee who is resident overseas. Not allowed.
Trustees can be changed anytime.
Trustees can. So that's how you write the rules, no? And who can change the trustees, etc. You can, for example, say that if the two of the trustees together can whatever. Yeah, it's up to you to decide. The rules of how it runs are to be written by you.
After the child, the trust can be dissolved, and you can also.
Now, you can say what to do. Suppose you have another dependent, another brother. After the trustee, the brother's children will and their legal heirs will get it.
Unless the child is alive, that is after our demise, the investment portfolio thing will continue on by the trustee, by the trust, right?
Yes. Whatever you want, you can write there. If you leave it alone, the law is settled. There is class 1, class 2, class 3. There are a lot of legal heads and all that. So you have to be extremely careful. I'll give you a resource. I'll talk to him. I'll give a resource. The resource will be able to help you.
So I was resisting that Stan should be a trustee because of our project where we are going to be running the services. So I wanted preferably people should have trustees who will question us, because if we are looking after your child and we have the trustee.
No, that is separate. This is separate.
Again, I was trying to resist, but now you're saying this, and I think we should go for it.
No, you should see that movie. The movie is the answer. Your Akshaya home should become what that New Forest Hampshire was.
Sir, is there an age that we to start the trust? Till
Nothing. You can start it anytime.
even now we
Yeah,
can
I'll just
start
put
it.
you on to Rama, and you can consult. Child should be
Child
18.
should be 18. Before that
But
we
you
can't.
can even then you can have for a minor trust.
See, the trust,
There is no age.
there is no age.
Okay.
But what happens is, when your child is 18, your child is deemed to be an adult. Till the age of 18, parents are natural guardians. You are allowed to sign for your child.
Mm-hmm.
After the age of 18, you cannot sign for your child. You have to get a guardianship.
Okay.
There's a lot of legal documentation required.
So the guardian also should be a part of the trust, right? The child, the guardian has to be a part of the trust,
The
no?
child is only a beneficiary. Child is not a trustee.
Okay. So the guardian also becomes one of the trustees, no? The
It doesn't
child's guardian.
naturally become. You have to write it out.
Ideally, you want that.
Yeah, correct.
What people do is, when the child turns 18, is to apply and get themselves the legal guardianship.
Okay.
The parents have to, because it is not automatically that you are the guardian of your child after 18. So suppose there is an asset in the name of the child. Suppose there is, let's say, grandfather's property was there, which goes down to the next level, etc. And the child has a share in that. Who can sign for the child? Nobody can sign unless you become the legal guardian. The child has turned 18.
Okay.
In the same line, I have one question. I have a joint account with my child, who is
Yeah.
a minor, right?
Yeah.
Now, when she attains 18 plus, she can actually operate the account independently.
They will not. That is the problem you are facing. It is not so easy.
Yeah. I'm saying, legally speaking, she can operate.
If she can sign.
If she is able to operate. No, that's where I'm coming.
No, they are not. She is facing the problem.
You cannot have a joint account at the time.
That's what
The
he's
child's
saying.
account and would be you cannot be a legal guardian.
Yeah,
There's
you
a
know,
lot of process for that.
So, what would be the ideal approach? There should be
So when it happened to my children, my neurotypical child itself, what the bank said was, sir, open a separate account for him. Let us not try to go through the bank doesn't want to go through the process of dealing me from that account and having only my child operate that account, because that account itself has been a minor account. It's labeled. Because we went there to say, why don't you just dealing me from that account? He would operate. He said, no, open a separate account. Now the question for our children is, will the bank allow them to open an account? When the bank sees our children, will they allow it? Because the challenge other people are facing, especially there are people, let's say, with things like cerebral palsy, whose cognitive skills cannot be called into question. They can, say and they can debate and reason and understand everything very well. But for simple matter that their signature is jerky, they cannot sign properly, etc., they are not being allowed to operate an account. But these are people who are got degrees, advanced degrees, etc., and they are finding it a problem. So for most of our kids, especially on the spectrum, when the bank person is not able to interact with the child, they will say, sorry, I cannot let the child have a bank. Go get the legal guardianship and then you will operate the account on behalf of the guardian. Yes. We are talking about when the child comes.
So basically what happened was my son had a minor account. We opened it when he was, I think, 14 or something like that, and I was legal guardian. What happened was I didn't use that account. It was opened for some Niramya or something like that, and the account was never used. Now, I wanted it for some investment purpose. When I went to RBL and I asked them to convert that account into a major account, they refused. Then I had to go through a whole bunch of things with them, and then finally they agreed to do it into a joint account with me as a signing authority. But it took a really long time, 1 month. So it is not. I didn't do all that. They did everything for me, but it's not worth it, I feel, to go through all that.
No, for example, so if you have a property and you have a joint account with your kid, after the kid turns major, as what she say, we'll continue to have a joint account. But the income in respect of, say, for example, if your rental income comes, we need to.
It will be a part of your account.
That's what if it turns major, if he turns major, I can as well have an individual tax return.
Yeah, but if you have to become a legal guardian and file a tax on his behalf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, then the taxation is only on him, right?
Yes, but you have to check the law once again.
Yeah, that is where I have to check it.
You have to get a PAN card for him and file it.
Or you can do it for the trust. If you move that into a trust, then the trust also as a legal entity will get a PAN card, will be subject to tax and so on, and get the same deduction. It will not be clubbed with yours if it is being moved.
You can move
So
away
you have
from
to
your income.
Yeah. You have to see how to do that. If it is a joint name, then you can move his portion to the trust and keep your portion so that you get the income that if you want it.
Sir, and one more suggestion. He has given a good suggestion about the medical insurance part. I believe he had discussed with you. And you are also going in another direction also. That is also good. But we would like to have a faster respect for this, because we are very keen on going forward. The inflation adjusted medical insurance is very important to us.
See, I don't know about the inflation adjusted part, but the thing is that now IRDA has made it clear that all insurance companies should offer insurance for people with disability. Irrespective of disability, they should offer, and it should not be at some outrageous premiums. Because earlier they were just tripling and quadrupling the premium and saying that nobody will take it. That was the basic idea, so that you make it so costly that nobody will take it. So now there is an effort on to streamline that. There is also parallelly an effort on by some disability groups to try and see what are the gaps, which insurance company is offering which kind of scheme for whom. Because now we are not talking about only autism. We are talking about 21 disabilities as per RPWD Act. So are they offering to all of them? What are the challenges, etc.? There is an independent study which is going on by some disability groups. So I'm also part of that. I think Deepa also got some questionnaire and so on which came from that. Because we have to see not only are they offering on paper, but is it practical and is it doable? are you able to actually get the thing or not? The fruit, we even get the coverage. Getting the claim approved is a different thing later on, but at least getting the coverage. So that process is on. Mr. Anand Srinivasan had a brilliant idea. He says, go to the top, get it, get it done, and then the process will follow, at least for one. So we'll have to see how to do that.
Sir, I read in one document stating that PF will give 25% for the special child for lifelong.
I do not know the rules.
There is a monthly maintenance amount which is being given by the state government.
That is different.
No, but I'll tell you the problem in PF. நீங்க எல்லாரும் collect பண்ற மாதிரி PF is not, interest in PF is credited at a much later date.
Yes.
So interest on interest is not.
Correct.
So if my normal mind is, I don't trust anything government, even if I am in party in power, right? I always try to see how the government can borrow more at a cheaper rate. If I am the finance minister, my job is to borrow. Chidambaram said it famously, "En pani kadan vaangaladu." So I will see how I can borrow cheap. No finance minister, including me, will see how to pay you more interest. If at all I can do is, I can say how to give you more pension from the state's coffer. If I am the finance minister, I will say, can I run in the size of India? Not possible. But in Scandinavian countries, there is a special fund given to children like that. In America, special fund is given. Whether I can do something like that. I cannot give you a special rate on PF. Then everybody will come and ask me, for this condition, give me, for that condition, give me. It will become a Pandora's box. Whether the state can give you a pension, I don't believe it. My party believes that every child, every underprivileged person should get 6,000 rupees, a family should get 6,000 rupees a month. Based on that, several governments have started giving 1,000, 2,000. So we are moving towards a universal basic income. So what you can expect from the government for your child is a universal basic income. But don't depend on government to give you higher returns. The moment you look for higher returns, the principle becomes risky. I can also promise you 24% return and disappear day after tomorrow. Anything more than 9 to 12% is, you are asking for trouble.
The only thing about PF is that for central government employees, that is normally the person you get the pension till your lifetime, and then your surviving spouse will get it. 50%. Now they have said that, and I think this has been there for some time, and now you can operationalize it better. If you have a child with a disability, even after the child is a major, the child will continue to get, I think, 1/3.
But that's a very minor amount.
1/3 of your pension.
No. Even EPF, உங்களுக்கு 1000 ரூபாய் 2000 ரூபாய் கொடுப்பான். 1000 ரூபாய் 2000 ரூபாய் won't even be able to enough to drink a cup of coffee.
So whatever pension the person was
that is
getting,
defined pension.
Defined pension. I'm talking about that.
That was defined. But from 2004, we have stopped defined pension. If you are a government employee before 2004, on our first of date is there. This 2004 முன்னாடி 2004 அப்புறம். Anybody who joined government service after 2004 does not get pension. It's only contributory pension. The state cannot afford to give pension.
So those
because pension and salaries,
if you have been in government service, you can get it.
Amma, the idea is this: pension, salaries, and interest take 95% of a government's budget. So every government is desperately trying to reduce the pension budget. So don't depend on pensions. This is what, as you go along, every successive government will cut back on pension.
Private annuities.
All that was call me 20, pay me 40. இந்த நாள்ல திரும்பி போடுறது தான். There is nobody going to guarantee you. You gave me 10 lakhs. Whatever happens to me with that fund, your son will get 10,000 rupees a month. Nobody will say. That's what you are asking.
That you keep getting bombarded by these offers. Pay 1 lakh for 5 years, and then after from next year onwards,
simple
so much.
Anything to do with IRDA, don't touch. If it has the word insurance, don't touch. Very simple rule. Insurance, don't touch. Bank, don't touch. If you are looking at MF, see whether it is index fund. Look at the ratio. Ratio should be 0.25, 0.5. 0.5 is too much. It should be expense ratio. Direct funds, you go for index fund. Then there is no ambiguity, no fund manager, nothing. Top 50 companies, you'll keep on buying it. That's all.
The problem is people want this multi-baggers. They want the thing.
See,
You are talking index fund, you will go and get, as per the index, you will get the returns.
that's all you will get.
No, compounding
Then
will
you
be
have to
there.
buy the stock.
But-
But you want to buy the fund. You want to make better return. You have to buy the stock. You have to sit and do the return.
So if the Sensex is giving you 12%, you will get 12%. But if
Sensex
you want to
you-
get 18%, then you have to.
But
do
you
a
have
lot
to
of-
understand one thing. Between 1929 and 1954, the Dow went nowhere. So your child will not get any return. Okay, don't say it happened only in 19. And then I'm giving you Japan. I'll give you Japan. Japan, Nikkei went to 40,000 in 1989. It's nowhere near 40,000 in 2023. So don't think the mutual fund sahi hai.
But sir, everybody, all the advisors
Boss,
in
I
India,
am telling you,
no,
boss.
they are all talking about how if you had invested in 1995, how much it has gone.
I'm giving you real example.
Right.
Mother market, America, 1929 to 1954. You go check. Go to Tokyo, 1989 to 2023. Check and tell me.
Sir, 2023 to 2050 announced leading up, then we will be happy.
See, I'm not a Josier. So it is all depends on price is what you pay, value is what you get. So you have to be very keen on what you are getting. How much can I risk? You have to understand this is test match. And unfortunately, we don't play test match anymore. In my time, when I was a kid, batting one day was very easy. ஒரு நாள் காஜி அடிக்கிறதானே மேட்சை ட்ரா பண்ணிடலாம்னு இப்போ ஒன் டே இருக்குன்னா நிச்சயமாக தோற்றுருவோம்னு தெரியும் பிகாஸ் we don't have the batsman to play for one day. So I never thought when I was a child, a generation of Indians will be there who do not know who is Gavaskar. But there is a generation of India who thinks that Gavaskar is only a commentator and not a batsman. So what I'm trying to say is, you need to play like Gavaskar, not like the modern people. So you have to stay for 70 years. You have to think in terms of 60 years. So you are better off learning yourself. And the rules are very simple. If you can spend 1 hour a day, you will do it. And never be greedy. Meaning don't go into small caps and all that. Stay in the top 100 companies, you will make your money. You have to buy what is out of favor. Understand why it is out of favor and buy it. That's all it is. With the kind of money you guys are managing, 15% a year is easy. Even 20 is easy, but I'm downplaying it. For the kind of money we are talking about, 15% a year you can generate very easily, including dividend. Only thing whether you are disciplined enough to do it.
I think we should also think about why are we doing it.
Oh.
Are we trying to be, Wall Street or Dalal Street traders and
You are
make
not
millions?
trader. You are
We are
doing
trying
it
to secure the future of our children.
because whenever you
So safety first is our motto.
don't get into small caps at all. Right?
So large cap index funds,
Large cap index fund, stocks which you know.
but this gold 25 to 30, is there something you would suggest for everybody? Or
Yeah, I am safe,
no,
sir.
I don't.
Because I have got hit too much in life, I like to keep it. Even my father, mother, gold will give. கொண்டு போனா பேங்க் உடனே காசு கொடுத்துருவான், கேட்கவே மாட்டான். My father will ask me why you need the money. கோல்டை காமிச்சா மேனேஜர் கொடுத்துருவான், ஒண்ணுமே கேட்க மாட்டான்.
So any more questions?
FDs are
Ask him.
FDs will not beat inflation, அதான்
You
problem.
will not get enough return.
You will not get return, it will become zero over a period of time. Without you knowing, it will become zero.
Because they'll give you 5% return, 6% return best.
அதில் 10% TDS பிடிப்பான், அது திரும்பி வாங்குறது கஷ்டம். You look at tomato price, you look at petrol price over 5 years, you look at rice, dal, nothing you will be able to buy.
Tomato.
So FD is 100% loss making, but it gives you an illusion of safety. Guaranteed, and I'll print and give you. No, that's what US is doing. That's what we are doing. Everybody will do that.
How is it not different from the FD?
Bond is a tradable FD with higher returns, with no guarantee of money coming back. It depends on the guy you buy it. There was now it's not available. There was a Tata bond available for 11%. So the judgment was very simple, whether Ratan Tata will pay your money back or not. If the answer is yes, you buy it. So it's sold. Even before somebody sells it, there are 10 people waiting to buy it. So they will say, please let us know that it is coming. Then there are government entities like electricity boards, which have an implicit guarantee that we will pay. You will get 9%. But if that is bond, what Tamil Nadu Power Finance is locked FD. You cannot take it out. This you can sell. Then there are gold companies. Gold
Power
loan
finance is safe.
If it's a saleable bond, it is safe.
No, but they're locked FD, they're 3 or 5 years.
No, it's safe from a return, but the return.
Sovereign guarantee.
Return here, sir.
It's not inflation adjustment.
Huh? Sorry, again, you will not get the principal when you want it. La. Suppose I need the principal for admission tomorrow to a treatment.
Post office is also same, no? It's not like only
7%, 6% you will get. That's all.
post office. Same.
Same.
Government only.
Yeah. But it's low,
See-
low yield.
Yield, see, you need to balance yield with safety. So you keep a portion in the bank, but major portion should be in bonds.
One of your money page video will have said, gold வந்து just register எந்த கேட்கும் நான் சொல்றேன் நீங்க நேர்ல ஆர்டர் பண்ணுங்க.
ஆமாம்மா நான் தான் சொல்றேன் கோல்டு வாங்கணும்னா வாட் ஐ எம் சேயிங் இஸ் எனி ட்ரேடர் வில் பை இஃப் யூ நோ a wholesale gold merchant he will buy it from you. You go to a shop he will not buy it.
இல்ல நீங்க எங்க வாங்குறதுன்னு
அது நான் வந்து I'll tell you here, you buy it in Dubai it's 15% cheaper. It's not a joke. I'm sure you will have somebody there. I'm not asking you to buy 100 pound ஒரே நாள்ல வாங்குறது இல்ல. It is 15% more costly to buy in Chennai. It is 15% cheaper to buy abroad. So you buy it from there. If you know a large jeweler personally, he will give it to you without GST 0.5% below the VAT இல்லாம உங்களுக்கு half, but you should know him well. He should trust you. VAT கிடையாது 3%.
Refundable.
That is in
Dubai, you talk about
that is, I'm talking about Dubai. You will get 90% of it back. Singapore, you will get 90% of it back. Right? That is the best route I recommend. Because you, unless you want to pay 15% here,
taking a long time to get it back.
You can get it. So
no, you will get it in 2 days.
how much can you buy கேக்குறா?
how much can you get? Bring it.
இது ஈஸியா என்னமா கழுத்துல நான் போறச்ச ஒண்ணுமே போட்டுன்னு போனேன் 10 இப்போ வேற ஒரு 10 பவுன் போட்டு வெளில வந்துட்டீங்கன்னா actual legal gold coming into India has declined. More than 50-60% of gold is coming through this route. That is why this 15% tax on gold is a stupid idea, because you are encouraging smuggling. 95 அப்புறம் என்ன ஆச்சுன்னா ஐ கீப் ட்ராவலிங் 1995 அப்புறம் குருவிங்கிற கான்செப்டே செத்து போயிடுச்சு. இப்போ நம்மளால என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கிறாருன்னா செல்ஃபோனு இப்போ லேப்டாப்லலாம் டேக்ஸ் ஏற்றிட்டாரு. ரீசென்ட்லி ஐ வென்ட் டு மலேசியா அண்ட் கேம் பேக். 50% ஆஃப் தி ஃப்ளைட் வாஸ் ஒன்லி குருவிஸ். ஹூ சேஸ் சார் நான் ட்ரேடர் சார், நான் என்னடா ட்ரேடர்னா 1 வீக்கில் 3 வாட்டி போயிட்டு வருவேன்னா என்னடா பண்ணுவேன்னா சார் பேகேஜ் எடுத்துகிட்டு வருவேன் சார், இங்கே கொடுத்துருவேன், அடுத்த ஃப்ளைட்டில் போவேன். அவங்கெல்லாம் எப்படி இருக்காங்கன்னா when we landed from Malaysia, outside that customs officer room 100 people were standing. They pay some money and go out. That is what we have encouraged.
And they sit before check-in, they unwrap everything, and so they'll have less baggage to
Yeah,
carry.
yeah.
So all the attapoti will be there before check-in.
But there is no other way. அப்படிலாம் கொண்டு வர முடியாது சார். நீங்கள் எனக்கு பாரா கொண்டாங்க காயினா கொண்டாங்கன்னா ஐடியா சொல்கிறேன், வேணா எடுத்துக்கோங்க. இல்லாட்ட இங்கே உங்களுக்கு யாராவது தெரிஞ்சால் யூ வில் கெட் இட் 5% பிலோ.
What is bearable, it is easy to get.
இங்கே வந்து யூ வில் கெட் இட். இப்போ யூ நோ எ லார்ஜ் கோல்ட் பர்சன் ஜிஎஸ்டி இல்லாமல் அஃபிஷியல் ப்ரைஸ்லேருந்து 0.5% 1% கம்மியாக கொடுப்பாரு. பட் ஃபார் யூ யுவர் குரூப் பெட்டர் டு பை கோல்ட் பீஸ். சாரி, GOLDBEES, gold bees.
What is gold?
It's the tradable gold on the exchange.
Okay. The demat gold.
Make it into gold piece.
Whenever you want, after your time, you can ask them to do it. You can make it.
So ETF of these.
The ETF தான் gold bees. இப்போ எல்லாரும் ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க. கோத்தக் கோல்டு, SBI கோல்டு, இவன் கோல்டு, அவன் கோல்டு
So
எல்லாமே.
you don't have the physical security issue of
You don't have the physical security. Your children are not going to wear it. You sell and you can buy it.
so it's a gold
It's
share.
okay to buy gold online. And then
அதெல்லாம் எனக்கு தெரியாதுமா. I said don't do it. Somebody went and bought it in MMTC, and I predicted MMTC had an issue. He's saying can you help? பண்ணாதன்னு தான் சொல்ல முடியாது. அதுக்கப்புறம் பண்ணிட்டு என்ன பண்றது என்ன கேட்டிங்கன்னா, my biggest fear with sovereign gold bond is like 500 rupees, 1000 rupees and 2000 rupees went, your sovereign gold bond can also go.
But it's guaranteed.
Even 500 rupees was guaranteed.
But you got a,
You will get what? I will give you at that value exchange. Exchange how he will give? 5400 ரூபாய்க்கு இன்னைக்கு வாங்கியிருக்கீங்க. கோல்டு 10,000 ரூபாயில இருக்கிறச்சு 5400 ரூபாய்க்கு தருவான், வாங்கிக்கோங்க. அது இப்ப சொல்லியிருக்காமா, டுமாரோ நாக்கு தானே எப்படி வேணா பிறண்டு பேசலாம்ல.
See, you cannot compare demonetization.
Why you cannot, boss? It happened in US. If you think it has not happened, it has happened in America. Roosevelt, the great FD Roosevelt said one day, Americans owning gold is illegal. He announced a price, random price. For every 30 grams, I will give you $36. Come and put all the gold here. Market can say any price. I'm not bothered. In America, the price is $36 ounce. You better come and submit it here. It's illegal to own gold. Why can't you say? You can say anything. I'm the king. I will decide this is the rate. This guy is doing it. And if you're not following Turkey, that's what is happening. And the people elected Erdogan for one more term. Lira has already lost 80% of its value. So why do you say it won't happen?
We hope it will.
Contractually,
There is no contract, no.
that has, right?
Where is the contract?
That,
Boss, I have won the contract is no more. I torn the contract. Then, na Jay stamp.
we are that, but I don't think we are that bad.
That's what he did in 1,000 rupee and 5,000 rupee. No. That's what I'm saying. Na? Because we are privileged, we don't realize what happened. They announced till 31st March we will exchange. 31st December, 99.5% of the money came. The scheme was till 30th. You go and check the scheme. Just don't give blind certificates. 31st December was the day till which you can go to the bank. They said after 31st December till March 30th, if you have find some 500 rupee, 1,000 rupee note in your house, you can go and give it to RBI. On 1st January, RBI said, sorry, chief, all the money has come back. We cannot exchange. I know a lot of people who have 500 rupees, 1,000 rupee notes, which they are not smugglers, they are not black money. They would have kept it somewhere they didn't know. They found the notes, they went to RBI, RBI said, if it is correct, RBI should say, bring it today also, I'll give it to you. No, I don't want to know. Yeah, why that date is there? If you say there is a guarantee of returning money, say give that 500 rupee note and exchange it today also. No, it is no more in circulation. You give it to me, I'll give it back to you. You thought you will make a killing. The idea was, let's be honest, let's not beat around the bush. Mr. Modi thought money will not come back. He can make 3 lakh crores on the exchequer. Unfortunately for him, 101% came back because even RBI didn't know how much it printed. The whole idea was not it. The whole idea was the government would make about 2-3 lakh crores. It's a part of record in Supreme Court submission where the Advocate General said 3 lakh crores we expect not to come back. People will be scared to come and put the money. So the exchequer will gain 3 lakh crores. Show me that 3 lakh crores, no? So the same argument I will put. That fellow was a madcap IAS officer. Now the return is 20%. If the first bond is 20% return plus interest because price has doubled. So that IAS officer fellow made a mistake. I am the new IAS officer. I am telling you the government that fellow made a mistake. Therefore, I cannot exchange it as gold. However, whatever money you deposited at that time plus 6% interest, I will give it to you. So what would have happened is 2,500 you would have bought gold hoping to exchange at 10,000 rupees. He will say 2,500 plus 6% savings rate, I have given you the money. The outsubsidized profit, you will say, sorry. You wanted guarantee, no? Record, no? So I will tell you, I will give idea tomorrow to my finance minister. But
I bought it at 2,400.
அதான் நான் சொல்றேன்ப்பா.
See, but the 5 years, see, at the end of 5 years, you have an option
purchase
to
price.
exchange at that price.
At exchange price.
It's like 5,200 or
You
something.
bought it on that basis.
Right.
You bought it on that basis. What I am showing you, I am not going to do it, nor is any finance minister going to listen to me. But what am I saying is, a person like Chidambaram will think like that. Because we have been saying it is stupid for the government to float it because you are going to pay interest at 22% a year. But I am the sovereign here. I can print any amount of money. Why will I borrow at 22%? Because nobody has calculated the rate. I am telling you, government is borrowing at 20%. A sharp finance minister will realize that he is paying 22% and he has not bought gold and kept it. He has just taken this money given as pension and salary. Well, where do you think he has bought? What will you do with the gold? Gold cannot be used for anything. Gold has no industrial use. Its only value is storehouse of value. So he has used the money. So I will now turn, I'll give, sir, okay, sir, we will give FD rate. We will take the average rate of bond. All schemes. It's 2,500. 7% was the yield, government yield. We will give 1% extra. 8.5% in the interest of the soldier. Soldier is struggling in Siachen. You make a sacrifice. That's all we all thought. I became popular because I was the only guy to say demonetization was a joke on you. So I can do that. No, I have to couch it properly. You think you will not get back the money. You will get back money. 2,500 rupees you put. I'll put 8% interest. up to date and give you. That also I don't have to give. I'll just ask RBI to print it and credit it to you. Not even print, just credit it into your account. Print ka cost. Computer will credit it into your account. That's how money is created today. There is a risk. I am not saying it will happen, but there is always a possibility of it happening. Has it happened in history? It has happened in history. Is it happening in Turkey? It is happening in Turkey. You can be happy, it may not happen in India. But in India also, we did something like that. The next guy will also do it because we all cheered it. So you will also cheer the next thing. Out of 130 crore people, how many people have bought sovereign bond? ஒரு கோடி பேர் வாங்கியிருப்பான். I frame it as a war against the poor versus the rich. The rich have not bought sovereign bond. Only the middle class have bought. But I will say, see, I'm taking money from the rich and giving it to.
There is no middle class, right? So even if you like 5 lakhs, they keep telling like you're in the top 1%.
Yeah, really the truth is that 15,000 rupees is that a 50% mark. Anybody who is making more than 70,000 rupees a month is a top 1%. That is the reality. You don't feel like what to do.
Then we continue the discussion.
Yeah.
So thank you all. So I think we should really thank Anand sir for spending so much time.
My pleasure.